Hey guys, today's video is sponsored by Athletic Greens. Today I'm talking about AG1 by Athletic Greens. I'm gonna read it right off the label. AG1 is a comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition with 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food source ingredients made for just about everybody. And I really like this stuff for a lot of reasons. One, I always tell you guys, is energy. If you take this in the morning, it will rip you through the afternoon. You won't have to worry about that slump. But you know, the cool thing about AG1 is there's no compromises. It tells you what's in the powder right here on the back of the bag. And it also tells you what's not in the bag. No GMOs, no gluten, no dairy. You can get a bag here and you put 1 scoop in 8 ounces of water. Or I use the travel packs. You know, I got a beat up travel pack box right here that I just take with me on the road. Your ripper open. Dump it in your cup. Get some on your El Camino. It's all right. You know, I like to change it up. Today we're gonna use the drill press. You know, it's really convenient. We always keep a spoon chucked in there, and you just put her down in there. Put her down in there. Get you a nice mix. This is a little less aggressive than the Bridgeport, which I like. You know, the Bridgeport's just really aggressive. And since people doubt I drink it, we'll go no edit, no clip outs for the chug here. All right, ready? There it is. And I don't use the full recommended amount of water, so it's a little gritty, but I kind of like that. So here we go. Check the cup.
Cup's clean.
She's clean. If you guys want to try out AG1 by Athletic Greens, visit athleticgreens.com/Cleetus. And if you use my link, you get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs. Well, that's it for now. Let's get to the live action.
Hell yeah, brother. You're on the Cleetus McFarland YouTube channel.
All right, guys, I think it's safe to say we've all seen this type of racing and we're all like, what the hell is this sport? So I figured I'd take it upon myself to go find out and take you guys along for the ride. So we headed up to Seattle. You guys are gonna love jet sprint. It is one amazing sport. What's up, guys? Out here in Seattle, Washington with Spicy Spence. And we're on a mission and we couldn't get a rental car. So I made a little Instagram post and, you know, I was trying to buy a Crown Vic, but, and there's lots of Crown Vics to purchase. I'm gonna be honest, I had several deals going. Anyway, this guy emailed us, he's like, I don't have a Crown Vic. Better yet, I have a C6 Z06 you guys can borrow for the weekend. So he's here and we're gonna borrow this guy's car.
Let's go.
He brought it to the airport and everything. I've never borrowed, you know, just like someone who watches the channel's car, but man, shoot, a C6Z, dude? I ain't gonna turn that down. Yeah, we got several hundred miles to drive to what, Port Angeles?
Yes.
Literally the most northwestern point of the United States.
Yeah, you can really go only like west another hour before you're at the opposite end of the country.
Yeah. Oh, brother! Are you Mike?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
What's up, man?
What's going on, man? Hell yeah, I got the shirt. That's how you know he's for real. I actually creeped your Instagram and I saw that you had a dad bod shirt, so I was like, you know what? This guy's the type of guy we need to be dealing with here. Brought out the Z06.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Just for you.
You sure about this?
Oh, yeah.
You sure?
Oh, yeah.
You 100% sure?
Absolutely. Found it out.
You are too kind, brother. Too kind. Look at this thing.
She's fun.
One bad Z06. Yeah, I creeped your gram on the airplane. Can we fire her up? Let's hear this.
Absolutely.
Let's hear this chariot. Dude, fire me up. This is great. Dude. We're gonna put some miles on her.
Oh, yeah.
Think she's got it?
Yeah, she got her.
Well, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. This is exciting. Okay, all right. Texas Speed Cam. Had the heads done too.
Yep.
Don't want to drop a valve on one of these bad units.
That was like the first thing I was worried about.
Smart. All right. Well, man, we really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We'll bring her back in a couple days.
She's your car. Have fun.
Yeah, what do? You work with Mac
Yeah, I'm a
Tools?
franchisee from Mac Tools. So,
Oh,
yeah.
sweet.
Yeah. So I gave you some hats and some shirts in there.
Well, thank you very much. All right, well, we're off to it. We only got 25,000 miles on this bad unit. It's like driving a Ruby. This guy's a legend. It's got electric cutouts too. And he's got the baffles set up on a button too. Tune-up feels really smooth in it too. Man, this is awesome. Our weekend in Seattle just got upgraded big time thanks to Mike. I would also like to put on record that our boy put a full tank of fuel in this thing. I mean, I've never been pampered like this in my life. What a freaking guy. And his cutouts, look, they work. Loud, quiet. Don't know if you guys can tell that difference. Am I going the right way?
Sure are.
Sweet. Fire me up. This is such a great start to the weekend. Wow. It's the Seattle Space Needle. And we're really going to see it all. This close to the airport, too. I'm surprised. There he goes. He probably just saw us rip it. While this is fresh in my mind, I want to tell you guys a story about just happened to me in the airport. I get on the plane, and of course, just like every time I get on the plane, there's a guy sitting in my seat. So I'm like, hey brother, you're sitting in my seat, I'm pretty sure. He looks at his ticket and he's like, oh my God, I'm 2 rows ahead. And I'm like, all right, no worries, same seat, I'll take yours 2 rows ahead. So then I go up there, and obviously the bins are closed because I'm the last one getting on because I was waiting for my fried chicken. And I open this bin, and overhead bin, and it's pretty empty, but there's like this pool noodle in it. So I'm like, all right, you know what, I'll put my bag in here gently. This pool noodle's obviously got something that's pretty delicate inside. So I put my bag in there, we do the flight, whatever. Reverse thrusters on this Boeing 737-800 are just ripping. And my bag and this guy's pool noodle apparently have now slid forward. So I go to open the bag compartment, and it opens a quarter of the way and gets stuck. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. So I'm up high. I can see right in here. I can see this guy's pool noodle is now lodged in the side of the compartment into the other one. And he's like, just pull it down. And I'm like, is this your pool noodle? He's like, yes. He's like, just pull it down. I'm like, I'm not pulling it down. He grabs this thing and rips it. And all we hear is like this terrible noise of fiberglass cracking. And I knew it wasn't the bin. Turns out this guy's traveling with like a vintage fly fishing pole. And he looks at me with absolute disgust after he sees my bag is in there with his stuff. He's like, you broke my fishing pole. I'm like, no, bro, you just broke your fishing pole. We all heard it. I've never been in an airplane altercation until today. So, guy with fishing rod, if you're seeing this, sorry about your fishing pole, but you broke it, bud. You gotta live with that. All right, the Z06 survived overnight. Didn't get stolen on our watch yet. Man, it looks pretty good in the daytime. It's nice. Got the ZR1 skirt on it. ZR1 front lip, I think. Whoa.
That's nice.
We are pulling up to a lake where we are going to test the jet boat that we will be driving this weekend. And just going to meet some people who set this trip up for us and go rip it. This is real Z06 territory right here. Really glad we have a lowered Corvette. All right, well, here we are. Eric, how's it going, man?
Good, man.
Thanks for setting this
Absolutely.
up. How you
Glad to
doing?
have you.
So, Eric is Jolly Rogers on YouTube.
Jolly
And
Roger 907, yeah.
all the way out here.
All of like 200 followers. We're
That's
pretty
all
big.
right. That's all right. You had someone hit me up. You know?
Yeah, that's kind of funny how I still don't know how you found us, but
A couple
we're
people
glad you
just
did.
commented your name, and I looked it up, and I was like, power of social media. Hopefully it comes through, and I hit you up, and here we are.
Here we are.
So what do we got here? We got a modified jet sprint
It's a
boat.
modified jet sprint's about 13 feet long. The biggest difference, honestly, between these and the mini boats is how deep the dead rise on these. Those are like 12 to 14 degrees. This is almost 24-degree dead rise.
Yeah.
So when you look at that from the back, it's super steep. We got 5 sets of strakes for grip. And
Yeah,
then
so
obviously
these don't slide.
not at all.
Okay.
And the other big thing is the pumps. The pumps are massive. This is an 8.5 inch,
saw
8.5 inch pump. And I just think of it as a giant vacuum cleaner that it is sucking water up, and that's what makes the boat stick. It's
Holy
not
cow.
It's not the strakes, it's that pump. It, like I said, when you put a shot back in the water,
Yeah.
it pulls the vacuum in, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with these things. That pump pulls the boat down, and so when you hit anything, a bank, just clip something, and you lose that suction, You're
It
not
just
driving it. You're
undoes.
along for the ride. You're going to go into the fence or whatever.
Okay.
So
Well, that's all.
keeping it in the water is kind of critical.
Yeah. So, well, like 4 or 5 G's around the corner in some of these, right?
Like in the spin out pool, they spike it over 7. Like we've had them registered over 7. Lateral speed. But like
Break my neck.
If you're being smooth, you're doing 3.5 to 4 the whole run. If you
That is
accidentally
ridiculous.
just lean on it a little bit, yeah, you're spiking at 5 easy. Like,
Wow.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then we got TJ, the brave man, letting me drive his boat, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So we're racing the modified class tomorrow in Port Angeles.
Yep. There's 3 classes, and yeah, it's a fun class, and like I said, probably about 650 horse out of this, and this is one of the
Small block Chevy.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're not racing in the big dog class. There's what, unlimited?
The unlimited.
Those
and
are
then
the real
400
fast.
class.
This is crazy, man. I can't believe we're here doing it.
You know,
I've always dreamed about
Have you
this.
seen all the comments from the Pacific? Like, holy cow, Cleetus is in the Pacific. This is a big deal because you've never been Colorado, right? You've gone up to Colorado.
Well, I did Idaho.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I guess for that, but like, yeah, I think the whole Puget Sound, they're crazy about having you.
This is definitely the farthest I've ever been away from Florida. So this is my record. Well, besides Australia.
Where we're racing is all the way out on the peninsula. Like,
Yeah, we're on
the
the
next stop is Canada or Alaska. Like,
we're literally the
all the way out on
farthest northwest we
Yep.
can go. So
literally
the 48 continent.
Yep.
yeah. So Spencer and I have always talked about jet sprint racing. So when I told him I was doing it, we were like, dude, we got to go together, and we're ready to feel the G's. So we're gonna test it out on this lake today.
Yep, we have the plan. There's a lot of safety concerns on the lake.
Yeah.
You know, these boats have no flotation. They'll sink in about 2 seconds. So we honestly, we got to be very careful and have a plan. That's why we brought the Mini. We've got the other thing. These boats, like I said, when that pump loses suction, well, hitting your own wave will cause that same thing. If you hit a wave, these boats do not like waves at all.
Yep.
It'll go through them, but if you do it in a corner. And so we'll talk about how there's ways to go out and do a little fake rotation out there with not hitting your own waves.
Okay.
So we got
Some
kinda have a
S-turns
plan.
and-
This is our first rodeo with these things, and I don't particularly like running on lakes, but sometimes you got to do it to go test your boat out. So
Yeah, and you kind of were saying that an issue that I may face is turning too early, because in a Mini, like, you know, the Mountain Dew boat, you kind of turn and it slides and then you point and shoot. Like, this is just going to turn.
The first year I drove these things, the hardest thing to do was to just not turn yet, like to drive it deeper and deeper and deeper into that corner and then go.
Okay.
Because like when you see that corner, they're like, there's no way the boat's going to make this. You're bringing, it doesn't feel like it's possible, but you just have to trust that it does. It's hard to explain, man. Like, am I not right?
Yeah.
You're like, holy shit. Oh, like, okay, go. I'm like, it made it. Like, holy cow, it made the turn. So
Okay, one other thing I got to ask. How does the course work? Because, you know, for a longest time, I thought they just go out there and they got to make like 10 turns and then they're good. But do they tell you?
So yeah,
we're gonna map it out.
The track itself never changes, and they number each channel has a number. And what they're tonight, it's Friday, tonight about 4 o'clock at the Show and Shine, they'll give us the rotation. And that's where your job is.
Yeah.
Like it's 30 numbers long usually. Like you gotta.
What?
You don't have to memorize the numbers, but you look at it and then you'll trace. That's the.
And then we gotta.
do for tomorrow.
I brought my protractor.
Just put a plotter or GPS up on the deck. Like you have to know it cold. Like you can't. Like if you wait for him to sit, you already missed the channel. It's too late. So you both have to do it.
It's a
got
team
to know
deal.
it cold. And
yeah.
It's like I said, it's about 25 to 30 numbers long.
Great. What could go wrong? I can't think of a single thing. There she is. Holy shit! Dog Danny! One more! Better set the park brake on this thing. She's ready, dude. She's ready to rip. So really, no seat belts, huh? I mean, I guess if you want to get out. Are you saying lap belt?
I usually just do the lap.
Lap belt?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all like to live on the edge, I see.
How was that shit?
Bro,
Dude.
you don't have to lift.
No.
Everything in me is telling me to lift off that throttle. And then I get to the turn, I start turning, I'm like, oh shit, I didn't have to lift.
Wow. Wow.
Bro, it just turns. It doesn't even think about spinning out.
No.
Yeah,
like
it's
It
feels so planted and comfortable. Like it feels
is
good.
planted.
It feels good.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's glued. Yeah.
Glued.
That was wild.
I
dude.
just didn't think in a million years it could turn that sharp and not slide or nothing. I mean,
How much harder can we go than what we just did?
A lot. You can turn a lot.
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much for the help. All right, well, testing went well. We got a 2-hour drive to the racetrack.
Yep.
The jet track.
Pack up and head up there, man.
Sounds good. Woohoo! Didn't crash the boat, guys. All right, well, that was a huge success.
Dude, that was the most crazy thing.
We were just saying how it was everything we wanted and more. Like, it was not disappointing in any way. Like, everything I've ever dreamed these boats would be, it was. And they weren't that sketch. Like, they're very controllable. It was amazing.
I mean, I gotta be honest, I think we have a chance tomorrow. I feel very comfortable. You feel extremely comfortable.
So shout out to Jolly Rogers. Check out his YouTube channel. You know, he set all this up. And TJ, the owner of the boat, and everybody here helping. We are heading off to the racetrack, which is a couple hours from here. And we'll pick up the video tomorrow. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Do It For Dale. We will freaking see you later.